Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Saturn is on the last leg of its transit in the sign of Capricorn. It moved into Capricorn in January of 2020. Capricorn, it was the zodiac sign of hard work, of commitment, of power. And what Saturn did, it took away the power from every one of us, and the world went through a crazy ride, a crazy time. And Saturn gave us this knowledge, this realization, what is essential, how important the nature is, who is our friend, what is our enemy, how important is health to all of us. So that was a very crucial message that Saturn gave, but in a very harsh manner. But we cannot blame Saturn. That's how the planet plays. And on the month of January, around mid-January 2023, Saturn will transit out of Capricorn and will move in the sign of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius transit is very different from Capricorn transit. It is going to be a very positive transit for all of us. But Aquarius, which is also the Mool Trikod zodiac sign of Saturn, and to explain a bit about Mool Trikod, it means a fundamental position of a planet. It is, you can say, more important than the place of exaltation or even the place of its own zodiac sign. Because when a planet is in a Mula Trikona, it means he is there to do exactly what he is supposed to do. And the primary role of Saturn is to give karma phal, the result of your karma. And if Capricorn is your karma, where is the result? The result lies in Aquarius. That is where the abundance comes from, that is where the income comes from, that is where your desire meets reality, where you can manifest what you want from life. And 11th house is something that only talks about receiving enough to be capable to give. The sole purpose of receiving on this Mrityulok, this realm of life, is to be able and become capable so that you can give. And when Saturn goes into the sign of Aquarius, it is going to judge the humanity on its capacity to share, on its capacity to give, on its capacity to hold on to the resources, on its capacity to understand the finances, on its capacity to understand the importance of karma phal, the consequences of your karma. And then there is one zodiac sign, you can say, which is basically blessed right now by the presence of Jupiter. And that zodiac sign is Pisces. And Jupiter will be in Pisces zodiac sign till the third week of April 2023. But if you're a Pisces moon sign, that means if you have moon in Pisces zodiac sign, then you will start your Sadhe Sati. What is a Sadhe Sati? Sadhe Sati is basically a 7.5 year period of Saturn transit around moon. I have already explained about Sadhe Sati in my video. It's an old video. I will try to give a link in the comment section. I will pin that link. So if you want to give a deep dive into what Sadhe Sati is and how does it affect us, you can watch that video. You will be able to relate in a much better way. But you will observe that Pisces moon will experience the heaviness of Saturn immediately when Saturn enters the 12th house with respect to moon. And this beginning of Sadhe Sati starts another phase in the life of Pisces natives, the Meena Rashi Jataka. And this Saturn, Jupiter and Rahu energy is something that is literally crazy right now, and the energy is so strong that without trying to take all these three planets into consideration, you won't be able to figure out what's happening with you. So let's discuss the combination of Sadhe Sati and Jupiter and Rahu together to understand what, in a very brief, to give you just an outline, you touch the surface on what Sadhe Sati has to offer. At least what is the first phase of Sadhe Sati will have to offer for Pisces natives. But please subscribe to my channel. I want you to share the video among family and friends. Talk about astrology, spread the word about Vedic astrology, and if you like my video, share the video and please subscribe. That increases the spread of the content and will help a lot of people. You can also follow me on Telegram and Instagram, and for consultations you can drop me an email. Consultations are open for the month of December and January. Let's start a brief analysis into this first phase of Sadhe Sati for Pisces. Meena Rashi, Pisces, is a Jupiterian zodiac sign, which is the natural 12th house. It is a zodiac sign of wealth. It is a zodiac sign of donation. It is a zodiac sign where Venus becomes happy, Venus gets elated and exalted. It is a zodiac sign where Jupiter finds its own home. It is a zodiac sign which Moon also loves because this defines Samudra, oceans and big water bodies. It also talks about treasure hunt. It has so many things within itself, within its realm. And it is also the Karaka of Moksha, the 12th house, where you leave things behind and you embark on a new journey of life. It's a very emotional, yet very philosophical zodiac sign. It is a zodiac sign that always talks about expansion and inclusivity. But sometimes this zodiac can also become very selfish and has nothing to offer. Because the moment you lose everything, you will have nothing to offer. So, in short, if such zodiac experiences Sadhe Sati, lot will go in the mind of Pisces people. What is 12th house? 12th house is the natural house of Pisces in the Kalpurush. Now, if you are Pisces moon sign, you have to keep Pisces on your ascendant. When you keep your zodiac on ascendant, Saturn will enter the 12th house, which contains Aquarius. Now, that means the natural 12th house zodiac will experience a Saturn transit in its own zodiac sign in the 12th house, and it is of great significance. It controls your subconscious mind. It will talk about your planning. It will talk about your investment. It will talk about your ability to express. It will talk about your ability to spend. This is the time when you will have to carefully plan your expenses. Yes, if you follow the path of Jupiter, which is going to bless you, at least for the first half of 2023. And if you choose that first 6 months of the Sadhe Sati as the golden period, the next 7 years is going to be a blessing on you. But if you choose to follow the path of Rahu, the Adharma, then the same Saturn is going to crush Moon, because that is the sole purpose of Saturn, to give you realization. In my video on Sadhe Sati, I already discussed this fact that Sadhe Sati never begins when Saturn goes behind the Moon. In fact, from January 2020, Saturn is watching your Moon from Capricorn. Because when Saturn is in Capricorn, it has the third aspect on Pisces Moon. That means the Vakra Drishti was already falling on you. And now when Saturn comes behind Moon, it is going to start giving you restrictions. Food restrictions, financial restrictions. It will teach you how to regulate your life. It is going to directly see the 6th house, and therefore it will see whether your intentions are true towards your prarabdha karma, that means your duties and responsibilities. The people who are sincere, the people who are willing to take the challenge, will see that Saturn will help them walk easily into the path. But otherwise, one who is complacent, one who is completely in utopian land, will suddenly see the real life, the reality, the harsh reality, as if the Morpheus is showing the harsh reality to Neo, from referencing the movie Matrix. That see, this is the harsh reality. It's all dark and gloomy. So not necessarily You will experience the first blow of the Sadhe Sati very positive. Depends on how your nature is. So immediately correct your nature. You still have a couple of months. And when you are correcting your nature, you are actually coming in tune, in sync with the role of Saturn. Start the life in a disciplined manner. When Saturn will move in Aquarius, the first thing it will do is aspect the 6th house. It will aspect your 2nd house and it will aspect your 8th house. Now see how Saturn aspects. It is going to check on your finances, investments, inheritance, expenses, loans. That means your entire financial paradigm, entire financial dimension comes under the control of Saturn. And it is going to see whether your investments are right, if you are following the right protocol, and if not, be ready for a lot of careful alignments. You will see that a lot of work that you are planning will not execute. You will see there will be blockages, but also you will see that suddenly new gates will open and you will have a new thing to work. You should not be rigid. You should not be arrogant. You should not be too self-believer, overconfident that no, whatever you have decided is going to come true. Remember, Rahu is in Aries zodiac sign. And the moment Saturn enters Aquarius, not only you start a Sadhe Sati, but also a Papkartari Yoga. Yes, as long as Jupiter is on ascendant, you will be given a grace of God. Like you are blessed that God is here to give you that opportunity so that you can figure out how to manage the next 7 years. But the moment Jupiter goes out of Pisces zodiac sign, Moon becomes free. Now what will happen? Moon will experience Rahu and Jupiter in the 2nd house from April 2023 onwards. And for the next 1 year, until Jupiter actually leaves Rahu, it will cause Guru Chandal Yoga. And remember, your zodiac sign is controlled by Jupiter. Your karma sthan, your 10th house is controlled by Jupiter. And when it goes in 2nd house, it can create financial issues. You are desperately trying to do something. Maybe you invest your money in some place. But because of Saturn in the 12th house, it was not easy to materialize your business and things slowed down. So the first rule of this Sadhe Sati is think 10 times before spending and spend if necessary, and plan, see all pros and cons, and after careful discussion and giving proper thought, then you put your money, then you speak, then you give your commitment. Your commitment will matter the most. Saturn is carefully going to see what you are speaking and to whom you are speaking and with what tone you are speaking. So be respectful. It is definitely a time when you will have to quit smoking if you are a smoker, and you will have to cut down on drinking and even quit the drinking habits, because 2nd house is also the house from where you take your food. On the positive side, if you observe that this Saturn has great potential. Let's say you are following all the protocols. Let's say you have corrected yourself and you have followed the pledge. You have taken the pledge to follow discipline, be disciplined, follow the path of Saturn, read, say you are being spiritual, helping people. Saturn in the 12th house also shows donate, walk more, take longer steps, think of long term, relocate to a different city, take the challenge and face the challenge and prove yourself. And if you are ready to do that, you will see exceptionally positive results during this time. Whatever karma you will collect in the first 1 to 2 years of Sadhe Sati, Saturn is going to give you multiplied by 10 times in the coming days. Don't be scared with the blockages that you will see initially. Yes, there has to be some compromises and there has to be some amount of calibration in your life. And if you do that, you're all set. Saturn is going to make you get rid of unnecessary loans. Saturn will make you think more about your future. Saturn will make you plan. And because Saturn aspects your 9th house, it wants you to follow the path of dharma. Your karma becomes your dharma. It is a very good time for people who want to travel to a foreign country, who wants to relocate to a different city, who wants to buy a new home for their parents. It's a very good time to spend money when you have a logical reason behind. When you have a strong reason to do something, Saturn will help you to do so. Now, 12th house is also the house of foot. People involved in leather industry, foot industry, export and import. People involved in export and import of goods and services will see a lot of positive growth during this time. It is in fact a time of hard work. And if you do that hard work, you will experience a positive future. Because there is a huge misconception that Sadhe Sati is always negative. You comment, if you are a Pisces watching this video, Pisces moon sign watching this video, please comment how was your previous Sadhe Sati if you have faced it. Not all Sadhe Satis are negative. Remember, this is Saturn's own zone. When Saturn will find everything is right, Saturn will help you. No planet is your enemy. Just that you will have to be very careful with your food and words. And also you will have to be highly optimistic. Affirmations in the morning is extremely important. Because Saturn is going to watch carefully. The third aspect of Saturn will be on Rahu. Yes, you might feel clogged. You might feel that you are unable to move. But then for that you need to wait for some time, because try to understand. Lot of things will become new for you. Your nature will change. Your approach will change. Lot of things about you as a personality will change. Because Jupiter will cross your moon, reach Rahu. Rahu will start approaching your moon. And then there will be a Rahu-Saturn combination near your zodiac sign. And then Rahu will move to Aquarius. Saturn will move to Pisces. So there is a lot of transition of Rahu and Saturn over your ascendant. So it is quite natural to become negative. It is quite natural to see the dark side. It is quite natural to love the black. It is quite natural to be hopeless. But don't do that, because Saturn is not negative. Jupiter is not negative. And when Rahu goes in Aquarius, Rahu becomes Swagrahi, it is not negative. Just that this gives you the potential to enhance your education, improvise on your trade, improvise on your career. Yes, the problem will be when you will just follow the age-old copybook process. Something new, but still within the realm of the law, has to be done. And if you think that out-of-the-box solution, planets will help you and you will get out of the problem. If you're born with a Ketu moon in Pisces during this time, you will see tremendous amount of spiritual growth while you will start your Sadhe Sati. It's a very good time to create assets. It's a very good time to go for a pilgrimage. Take some time into the hills, and a lot of people will move to hills and secluded places, isolated places. In your own work, you will see that there will be a sense of isolation. Either you are leaving the company or your friends are leaving the company, projects are changing. Yes, that rosy picture of life will now be no more, and the true reality will come. But that's life. The true reality is better than the rosy picture. And you should embrace it. Because if you will not embrace it with your head held strong, how will you challenge Saturn hovering around your moon? You need to have that strength. And you need to pray to Lord Shiva and chant Mahakali mantra. Praying to Mahakali, praying to Bhagwan Shiva, chanting Mahamrityunjay mantra are some of the basic ways by which you can cut down the negativity and face the positive side of life. Just don't be pessimistic during this time. Optimistic approach of life is the key to success in the Sadhe Sati for Pisces. Because for you, it's a long journey of 7.5 years. It is going to resolve a lot of issues in your life through hard work. You will have to do your duties, and the people who are escaping their responsibilities without any logical reason will be forced to face those responsibilities. And that may be a chain that ties you down. This is the chain of karma. And this is the meaning of Sadhe Sati, to make us finish our pending job. At least, see, this is on moon. So this is more about how you will think, how your personality will become, how you are going to take approach and decisions towards life. And people think, no, this is because of moon, so no real event will happen. Well, moon is everything, if you say it that way. What you decide first comes in your mind. Idea is a gift of moon. Whatever you think about life, whether you enjoy your senses, whether you enjoy your presence in your home, whether you enjoy your presence in office, everything is an emotion, and Saturn controls that emotion. This is also the time when you start appreciating people. And remember one thing, because Rahu is in your second house and Saturn knows that you are blessed with Jupiterian energy, speaking lies will be dealt very harshly by this Shani. You have to accept your mistake and take things as they are, and also be true to yourself. Walk early in the morning as much as you can. Gift shoes to needy people. Try to take care of small children and elderly people. And if you can help somebody who is elderly, who is in a hospital, if you can donate to hospitals, if you can serve people, this will be the greatest thing that you can do in Sadhe Sati, and that will keep your peace of mind intact. Remember, Saturn is not your enemy. He is only here to realign your life. River, if it starts blaming the bank, that the bank is holding the flow of water, you should remember that without bank, there is no river. The river exists because the bank and the restriction exists. And you are an ocean. So you need to embrace that restriction, because it allows that current flow that puts you into the right direction. If you want to start something new, like a new business, definitely a lot of other planets will come into play. More transit videos I will upload. It also means somebody has to see your personal chart. But if I just see from the perspective of Sadhe Sati, it is not stopping you from doing anything. But it wants you to think 10 times, plan, think about people who are dependent on you, and then take a decision. Reckless decisions, you will be seeing a lot of financial losses. So the final message for this transit for Pisces Ascendant will be, this is the time to be optimistic and loving yourself. This is the time to understand who you are. It is a self-introspection time. And this is also the time when your personality will become brighter. Remember, it is only under pressure when coal becomes a diamond. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, namaste.